What's good, YouTube? Boy, last night was a roller coaster, and it basically tells you the whole Lakers season. I had a blowout. Looked like the Lakers just wasn't giving effort for 3 quarters, and guess what? They give you that fake comeback effort that they could have played with half the game and maybe gave it a decent outcome, but you can't do that versus a really, really good team. Like the Lakers are not built like the Lakers are not built like they are from 2020, where they can just half try for a game and then come back because they have defense. This team does not have defense. But we here to talk about once again. I'm tired of beating the drum. I'm tired of talking about it. Hopefully, this might be the last day I talk about it. I pray. Cross your fingers, Laker fans. If you don't, even Russ fans, cross your fingers because y'all want this too. Hopefully, this is the last day that Russell Westbrook is a Laker and they can get traded, because it's literally time for both of them to part ways. Because, bro, last night, Russell Westbrook was once again, but it started in the third quarter. He was 2 minutes, it was either 2 or 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Frank Vogel, after that, he took Russ out. Russ never played again. Lakers made a comeback. I'm not saying that's all why because Russ sat on the bench. Russ has been not put in the right position, and he also has not been playing good. Both things can matter. Russell Westbrook has the same amount of field goals as turnovers in the last 4 games. Just think about that. But at the same time, you have Frank Vogel out here who's not putting Russ in the right situation. He's been putting Russ out there in lineups with DeAndre Jordan and THT. But even when DeAndre Jordan was playing, he's putting him out there with THT, Avery Bradley, Stanley Johnson. Russell Westbrook is not going to be successful with that type of lineup. Y'all know that. Russ fans know that. Laker fans know that. Everybody, for all the people that was out there that said in the summer, Russell Westbrook will not work on the Lakers, you were right. You were right from day one. You was right from day one. I hate to admit that y'all was right. Because at some point during the season, I was like, okay, I see signs. I see signs that Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and AD will work. But I don't think Russ can sacrifice like he wants to. I'm going to read y'all some quotes that Russell Westbrook said in a few minutes, but I just don't think Russell Westbrook can sacrifice on a championship team and end up trying to be a third option and trying to make him a pure point guard. He's just not. I don't want to say he's not that, but the team is not set up for him to succeed, if that makes sense. But Russell Westbrook not having confidence in his shot has literally just, I don't know. He'll literally get the ball now. He'll thinking about it. The crowd's in his head. He's in his own head. Like, I've never seen Russell Westbrook like this. Excuse me. I've never seen him like that, bro. Literally never seen him like that. Usually you get Russ. Okay, I wouldn't even be mad if this happened. If Russell Westbrook was getting the ball every time, he could miss 40 shots in a row, but he was shooting with confidence. That's the Russell Westbrook I've seen in the past. But now he's missing so many shots. He don't even want to shoot the ball. He don't even want to take the three. Maybe it's the pressure of LA. I don't know. Maybe I really think. Well, actually, I don't think. I know. You can't tell me no difference. I'm pretty sure him and Frank Vogel have beef. I'm pretty sure they barely don't even talk. Cause I'll read y'all the quotes now. Russell Westbrook on the moment. I know y'all seen at the end of the game where LeBron and AD sitting on the bench, and Russell Westbrook goes. A reporter asked him. He said, "I told them I wished I could have helped them, but I wasn't in the game to help them out. But that's not my call." Now. He's right, but there's a reason why he's not in the game late game, if you know what I mean. Because what's been the recipe with LeBron, and what was the recipe with LeBron and AD in the 2020 championship? Them two and shooters. That's how the Lakers win. Or them two and some scrappy role players. Like, okay, if we had to just put out a lineup that I know they might not shoot the best, but you can guarantee that they're going to compete every single night with the Lakers. You can have LeBron, Anthony Davis, Stanley Johnson, Austin Reeves, and even though okay, hear me out. Malik Monk has been our most consistent player. Him is Malik Monk or Avery Bradley. If you put either of those 6 guys out there, I know for one, they're going to scrap every night. They gonna produce and they gonna work. The thing about is that Russell Westbrook, LeBron does this half the time too. I've seen this throughout LeBron career, but LeBron's damn near 37. They'll miss a shot and they'll all walk back. But at least I've seen sometimes he'll play defense. At least sometimes I've seen Anthony Davis. He can dominate games. Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook fans, y'all can agree to this. Y'all know, he might have some moments on defense where he plays really good. Like sometimes he be on the post, he plays really good post defense. But other than that, the dude really don't play defense if we're being realistic. And the thing is right now is he's missing shots. He's lost confidence in his shots. He doesn't look the same. And then last night, it happened a few times. He missed a shot or he threw the ball away. He just walked up the court. LeBron did it a few times too. He just walked up the court. Russ just said, it's basically like Russ just said, it's no point. Like he turned the ball over. If I'm turning the ball over and I don't have confidence in my shot, the coach doesn't have confidence in me. Like what am I here for? That's basically what I feel what Russell Westbrook's saying. Like you can basically heard it over he ain't gonna say it, but over the last month in the press conference, you can kind of I can't even talk. I'm so mad. You can kind of feel the energy that Russell Westbrook and the Lakers. I've seen reports where they said that the players in the locker room feel that there needs to be a trade happening. I don't think it needs to be a trade. I think it needs to be 2 or 3. I think you need to load off on, if it's possible. I don't think it's possible unless into the offseason, but if possible, you load off of Russell Westbrook. Hey, my camera just went blur. You load off of Russell Westbrook and you try to get hopefully some maybe a young piece or 3 and D wings. You try to load off Kent Bazemore and DeAndre Jordan, and maybe you get a player or so back and you open up a roster spot. Maybe that's the route they go. Hopefully they can do that because apparently there hasn't been that much trade interest. I'm trying to see if there's any news. Okay, I haven't seen any news besides that Jazz trade earlier. But another Westbrook quote last night. This one, the one that kind of just I'm gonna read both of them first of all. Russell Westbrook on his hometown LA fans booing him tonight at Lakers game. I think it's a sign of respect. Russell Westbrook feels he's earned the right to be in the Lakers closing lineup, but that decision is not up to him. Brother. Now I just didn't read that last quote. I literally had to go back and listen to the press conference and make sure that's exactly what I heard. He literally said that, but it was more to it. He didn't honestly not just say that. He said that because over his career, he's earned the right, the awards and everything. But bro, this is not about your past. This is about you currently on the Lakers. The best option in close games. Now, don't get me wrong. He has had his moments where he has been clutch on this team. Don't get me wrong. He has had his moments where he's been clutch on this team. But he has also had a lot of moments where he's just in his own head. He's in his own head. But honestly, I can say he can be in the closing lineup, but at the same time I can't because I know most of the time the ball. Let's be honest. The ball in the hand, we in the playoffs or we in the fourth quarter in the regular season game. Who do you want the ball? Who you want to have the ball in the hand? Russell Westbrook or LeBron James? End of the day, LeBron James every time. Everybody's gonna take LeBron James unless you're just a crazy Russ fan that just think this is still prime Westbrook. No, this is not prime Westbrook. This is Westbrook, who is, I guess you can say, is still kind of a star, but he's not mentally ready to. I don't know how to put it. He's not mentally ready to take a lesser role in his own head. Like, he doesn't want to take a lesser role. He doesn't want to think that he's less of a player than he has been in his past. But he kind of is. But at the same time, he's kind of been set up to not be successful. Because him and Frank Vogel, those two gonna run me. Oh, they gonna run me out of town. But I almost dropped my controller. But yeah. Yeah, that Russell Westbrook quote, he was like, it's a sign of, at the same time he says it's a sign of respect. People ain't gonna think this way, but I kind of get what he's saying. He's saying it's a sign of respect because they expect more from him. So he's saying he should be playing better. So he's saying if he was like a role player or anything, they wouldn't be booing him basically. But this is LA. If you come to LA, you a star, and you're not producing, guess what? They're gonna boo you. Any big city, you can be in New York. You see what they're doing with Julius Randle right now. They booing him half of the time, but the last 2 games he actually been producing over there. But they still ain't winning though. But yeah, that's what happened when you go to a big city, Russell Westbrook. But I'm not even that mad at him. I just know he lost his confidence. He's been set up. I just need them to break it up. If possible, in the next day, just break it up. If not, you just gotta sit there and bring him off the bench. Hopefully, he accepts his role, or just give him a break. Just give him a break. I don't know. Just give him a break from the team. I don't see no fix to this. If he can't be traded, I honestly don't see a fix to this at the end of the season unless they just somehow magically can get some more shooters. Let me make sure it's not a trade. Not a trade. All right. Unless they just magically get some better defenders or some more shooters, I don't know how they can solve this, honestly. But we got another Lakers game tonight, and LeBron and this is the one thing tonight. I think on maybe there is a trade. Russell Westbrook is questionable tonight with back tightness. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all can do with that information. I don't know. I don't know what I can do with that information, but I'm just being a messenger. LeBron and Russell Westbrook are questionable tonight. LeBron, I understand we just played all those minutes and we coming off of back to back. He just coming off of what they said, basically like assist in the back of his leg or knee. Hopefully he does play tonight. I honestly, Russell Westbrook needs a break. The Lakers fans need a break. But it's been your brother Tim. I'm tired of ranting about the Lakers. I just want stability to know. I think the players on the roster just want stability to know if they're gonna be there tomorrow. Well, excuse me, if they're going to be there tomorrow afternoon after the deadline's passed. Hopefully there's some changes. The only untouchables on this Lakers team should be LeBron, Anthony Davis, Carmelo. Now, people might say Carmelo, but I think Carmelo with scoring they're going to need in the playoffs. It should be LeBron, AD, Carmelo, Malik Monk, Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson. Everybody else, if the deals are right, can be gone. Even though I love THG, he's had his moments. But if we can trade him off and get a better 3-and-D wing or a better player that's going to contribute, you got to let him go. But it's been your brother Tim. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Laker fans, I know y'all tired of suffering. I'm Laker fans, LeBron fans, even Russ fans. I know we all tired of suffering. But Laker fans and Russ fans, I think it's time we all separate away from each other. But hopefully something work out. Even if he don't get traded and they somehow just magically figure this out, which I don't see happening, but if they somehow magically figure this out with them staying together, hopefully they can end up making a push in the playoffs. But if they make it. But it's been your brother Tim. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all have a blessed day, and be sure to check out my Twitter and my gaming channel. I just dropped the video over there on this before I did this one. And before I go, James Harden is out Thursday. Anyways, but I'll talk about that later. But James Harden, will he be traded? But it's been your brother Tim. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace.